Ça va vous autres? So, first of all, I don't really like to come on here and speak English because I believe that the best way that you learn a language is by hearing it. Even if you don't understand it all the time, your mind, your brain is going to hear it and then become familiar with those sounds. It's like how children learn. Like they say blah 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 blah, but what they're doing is they repeating what they hear. That's the beginning of learning language. But I wanted to share this, and sometimes when I'm at work, I don't have the time to really translate from Creole to English subtitles, but I still have stuff that I want to share. So every once in a while, you're gonna hear me speaking English, but for the most part, I'm gonna be speaking Kurivini avec y'all, with y'all. But I wanted to share that. I wanted to share one thing that I believe is very important, especially for us wanting to speak a language that was taken away from us, was seen as like unimportant, but is very rich in history and culture and a testimony to how we handled what happened to us. You see what I'm saying? But it's so important to learn a language like Kurivini if you are Louisiana Creole or if you just have an interest, right? But right now, specifically speaking to people who are Louisiana Creole, it's very important to learn this language because for me, what it did for me was it had me realize that the way I talk, even though I don't even have a Louisiana accent, the way I talk is not ghetto, it's not unintelligent or uneducated, it's not none of that. It's just a different dialect, right? And that's how languages develop. They develop through different dialects. So, an example that I'm gonna give y'all is how you say my son in French and how you say my son in Creole, Kurivini. So, in French, you say mon fils. Word for word, that's my son, mon fils. But in Creole, excuse me, you say mon petit garçon. Right? Now, when you're looking at that initially, you like, okay, that's how you say it in French. That's how you say it in Creole. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because if you understand what this really meant in Creole, it'll show you that the way you talk is not by accident. See what I'm saying? Because in French, my son is mon fils. And that's just like the standard English. But you don't, if you're talking with your friends or your family, or somebody that you just meet on the street that speak the same as you, you're not going to say, my son. You're going to be more likely to say, mon petit garçon. And what I mean by that is, mon petit garçon in Creole, when you translate that word for word in English, it says, my little boy. You see what I'm saying? So in Creole ain't nothing but a French version of how we talk already. You see what I'm saying? In New Orleans, they say we're going to go make groceries. Well, in French, you say faire de course or faire de coup. I think course or coup, but faire de course. That's word for word, make of groceries, right? So a lot of the ways that, our people in Louisiana talk, it's really just a direct translation of how we spoke in Creole or how we spoke in French already. You see, and the ways that we talk, we start to see that it ain't ghetto, it ain't uneducated, it's just a different language. Even the word language the root word in that is tongue, because in French, in Creole, tongue is langue, right? So when you like reading the scriptures, when they say boys was speaking in tongues, what it's saying is they were speaking in different languages. You see what I'm saying? Like, so the word language ain't nothing but just a different tongue. So that means that if your tongue turns a certain way, then you speak a certain language. But because of misconceptions and boys feeling like they better than other boys, we think that language is up here, but the way we talk is down here. And that's simply just not the case. This is a language, this is a language, this is a language, and this is a language. That's how that works. So I wanted to give y'all some encouragement, like talk how you talk. When you gotta go to work or you gotta talk to people who don't speak English like that, of course, speak the lingua franca. Speak English, standard English. But keep in mind that the language that you speak, the tongue that you use when you with your partners, the tongue that you use when you with your people, that's a language too. That's a dialect too. It ain't uneducated, it ain't ghetto, it ain't low class, it ain't none of that. Because the people that's saying that it's low class or it's ghetto, guess what? They can't talk like you. So if it was as easy and uneducated as they said it was, they could talk just like you with context and understand everything. But we know how they go. So y'all be easy. Remember that word or that sentence in Creole today, motivation, my little boy. And then for my little girl, it's the same thing, motifi. See what I'm saying? So shalom to y'all. That means peace. I pray that y'all bless y'all with peace, with laughter, with everything good. And don't be, how I want to say it, don't take everything so serious today. Like, relax, chill, enjoy the day. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't be focused on yesterday. Enjoy the day. The gift is today. Yah gives you the blessing of enjoying your work, passing a good time, and eating, drinking, and being merry. So I know that you may be worried about stuff. I'm worried about stuff too. You feel me? But don't take life so serious. Just relax. You feel me? Like, it's going to work out. You're going to be all right. Just relax. If you ain't heard it from nobody, you heard it from me. So like I said before, man, shalom. Y'all be easy. Keep in mind that I spoke English on this one, but for the most part, I'm speaking Creole. All right, y'all. Now, I plita.